I'm Kylene with MeetYourPsychic.com, and this is Soul Lessons. Today, we're going to be discussing how to stay balanced in a chaotic world. Life can get pretty crazy sometimes when the more awareness that you have and the further along on your journey, your evolution that you are, the more that you can become aware of how chaotic things are, of people's energy bumping up against each other's energy. And you will start to notice that you feel other people's emotions, and that how people react to things and how they're dealing with things will start to affect you. So it's vitally important that as you work on your personal evolution, you're walking this journey, that you have some tools in your tool belt to keep yourself grounded. And, a lot of them are very simple. It's amazing how easily we can forget that our spirit needs those little moments of pause, those little moments of solitude, turning to different types of traditions or of different types of techniques that speak to you. And so I'm just going to talk to you a little bit today about some of the things that I have discovered that helps to keep me grounded. Let's talk for a moment about moments of solitude. I am a working mom, and so I co-run a company. I have 2 children. I have my own practice. I have lots of things that I do. I would say, a recovering type A personality, and so I'm typically running from one thing to the next. And those moments of solitude are what helps me keep grounded. Meditation doesn't have to be this big, huge ordeal. Let's be real. If it's this big, complicated situation, it's not going to happen. And so it's about finding brief moments whenever you can. Now, it could be yoga practice. It can be a formal meditation practice. It can be chanting. It can be doing mantras. It can be oming. All of those things, absolutely. But also, you can break it down into something so simple as 1 7-second deep breath. Breathe with me for just a second. Now, if you breathed with me, in for 7, pause, out for 7, you're going to notice a difference in the way that your body feels, in the way that your voice sounds, in the way that your breathing is flowing naturally in and out of your body. And that cost nothing. I didn't have to interrupt what I was doing. In fact, you can be in a conversation with somebody. Let's say that you're at work and you're dealing with a situation that's creating a lot of conflict, and you can feel your blood pressure rising, and you can feel that you're going to go in that space that maybe it's difficult to think, or you're getting emotional, or you're not sure if you're going to be able to really speak your mind eloquently. Breathe. Come back, and while that other person is talking, hear them, but count up to 7 through your nose. Pause, breathe out for 7. You can do that at stoplights. You can do it in the middle of a teacher's conference. You can breathe consciously anywhere, at any time, in any situation. And so your first tool to reach to when you're getting to that point where you're feeling anxiety, where you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling fear, where you're feeling any low frequency emotion, remember, go back to breath. Breath is the vital connection between the physical and the non-physical realm. When we stop breathing, we no longer exist in the physical realm. And so that is the threat. And so when you are starting to get into that space where your body's pulling in, where your brain's not working, where you're feeling vulnerable or fearful, go back to breath. The next step or the next option, the next tool is really simple. It's gratitude. It's making a conscious decision to choose gratitude, to focus on something in your life that you are grateful for. Now, sometimes it's really easy to look at your life and go, oh my gosh, there's these people in these situations, and I've got a roof over my head, and my bills are paid, and all this, and I'm so grateful for that. And sometimes it's really difficult. You may be in a place of pain. You may be in depression. You may be completely overwhelmed. Maybe somebody in your life just died. And when you're in those places, it's even more important that you reach out and you find something to be grateful for. Now, Maybe today the only thing that you're grateful for is that when you drove through the drive-through and you ordered your coffee, it came perfectly warm and you had the right change and you were able to get in and out of the drive-through in just a couple of minutes. Maybe that's it. Maybe everything else today has been difficult and frustrating and delayed and overwhelming, but you found that one moment, that one experience to be grateful for. Start there. Maybe the gratitude is that when you lay in your bed at night, your pillow is super comfortable. It doesn't matter what you choose to focus on in your life to be grateful for, only that you make a conscious decision to be grateful, to express that gratitude. Because what happens is as you express that gratitude, it will push other emotions out, it will raise your frequency, and then the universe will go, oh my gosh, he or she is being grateful and they're resonating in that space, and let's give them more things to be grateful for, more situations, more experiences. And so just know that the more gratitude that you offer, the more centered you're going to be. And so it's breathing and consciously choosing gratitude. Really, really important keys. Another tool technique that I like to use sometimes to let's just say that my children are not always big fans of this, but you know that's okay. That moms are supposed to drive their kids a little crazy, right? That's our job. But I love to use plants. I burn sage, I burn sweetgrass. Those are two of my favorite. Sage, everybody knows, it is a balancing energy. You can burn it. You can also drink it. It definitely, if you've never had sage tea before, it definitely makes you work for the balancing. It doesn't have the best flavor, but for me, I appreciate what it's doing, the work that it's doing, and so I don't so much mind the bitterness. Sweetgrass is a really great plant to burn, and it smells exactly like it says. It smells like sweetgrass, but it really creates this space of positive energy and just filling it with warmth. Essential oils are another fantastic, fantastic tool to use. Whether you just put them a little bit, in the areas where you can smell them, where you get a little bit of sweat. But you can also use them, put them with oil and use them on your body. You can put them in diffusers. You can put them in your bath, a little bit in your hair. And so you can use essential oils lots and lots of different ways. That's another really fantastic way to keep yourself grounded. Another tool, going back to breath for just a moment, another tool or exercise that I found to be incredibly helpful that I learned from a teacher years ago, is just taking your hands around your heart center. And as you breathe in and out, feel the energy that is going back and forth between your hands. And if you go a little bit like this and push a little bit back and forth, you will start to feel the ball of energy that's between your hands. And as you take a deep breath in, and just push the energy down and feel the energy rooting through your feet all the way to the planet. And then what I do is I take it all the way up as I breathe up. And then I turn my hands out and push, and I'm going to bring them in so you can kind of see. This looks a little bit silly, but it really is out like that. And you're going to push the energy of the universe down. You're going to push it down. You're kind of claiming your space and then bringing it up. And then pushing it down. And do that a couple of times. Bring all the energy up with you. Push all of it down around you. Bring it up to your heart center and push it down. And you're going to start to feel yourself rooted into the planet, recognizing that our earth is a feminine energy and she is here to nurture and to care for you. And the more that you can root yourself in that planet, the easier you're going to connect with that grounding energy. Another experience, another tool is really truly connecting with Mother Earth, whether that is walking in the sand, walking in the dirt, walking in the grass, putting your hand in the grass. If you can garden, fantastic. If you can get out there with trees, even better. If you live in an area where that is, maybe you live in the city and it's just completely unrealistic due to weather to be outside in the elements, you can create a little garden that you do just on your windowsill, even just with herbs. And just by taking care of them and snipping them and adding some dirt and getting your hands in the dirt, you're going to find that you're going to ground. All of these tools are about helping you to be connect with source while being in your body. Another way to really create that sense of grounding is through affirmations, identifying what areas of my life is causing stress. Where is my anxiety coming from, and how can I address that? For example, if you are worried about manifesting or bringing something into your life, focus on your worthiness. Focus on knowing and trusting that you are cared for. I am worthy and deserving of goodness. I am watched and being cared for by divine beings. I am love and I am open to receiving love. Remembering also that if you're up against a task that is challenging, that is daunting, if it's difficult, it must be important because things don't come easily in life. Now, sometimes they're simple. And if you can break it down and identify one step, and then one step, and then one step, you can pull these things into your life. You can attract them into your life. Identifying and affirming that you have the ability to overcome anything that shows up in your life. And that anything that shows up in your life is there for a reason. And the more that you express gratitude, the less resistance you'll have, the more grounded that you're going to feel. So this week, I put a challenge to you. And that challenge is observe, pay attention, step outside yourself and watch how you act and react to what shows up in your life. Are you allowing the chaos and the drama that's going around you to pull you into that space? Or are you acknowledging what's happening, making the decision to breathe and to stay grounded, and then consciously choosing how you're going to act and react based on what you feel is appropriate? Slow down, breathe, take some time for yourself, even if that time is just as long as that. We all breathe. Make a conscious effort, a conscious choice to do so with intention. You will be surprised at how much more grounded you are and how much easier you can deal with what shows up in your life. You can't change the world. The chaos is always going to happen, but you have the ability to shift and change how you act and react to what's going on. This is Kylene with MeetYourPsychic.com, and this is Soul Lessons. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to breathe with consciousness. Namaste.